Mataji, you're there?
Hi. Okay. So, thank you. Able to hear me? Clearly with us? Hare Krishna.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Can you
now
hear me?
we can. Now we
Okay.
can hear you.
Okay, okay. Right. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for reminding about the recording. So, yeah. So, bhakti, right? How bhakti is so assuringly, inevitably takes us to Bhagavan. So, that was the thing today. So, this bhakti is so powerful. It makes its way in the life of the conditioned soul. First, it starts, the punya is there. Punya is piety. People are, when they're pious. Pious is, I will do something good for others so it can bring good to me. At least that to start with. That's punya. Punya is done with that intention. It is a self-centered one, but at least now it has brought to the other living entities. The consciousness has evolved enough to at least acknowledge, see the other living entities and do some good for them. Okay, for the good to come back. TK. That's the start, punya. Pious, piety. So these people with punya, this is all, punya is sukruti. Sukruti, a good work. Sukruti, good work. So these people who are inclined to do good work, there are many in general people. There are many people who are inclined to do good work for any reason, whatever reason may. Sukruti. That itself is a start for bhakti. Actually, even before that, generally it's a start for bhakti. But even if there is no sukruti also, only dushkruti, the start for bhakti can be just Sangha of a Bhakta, like Narada Muni in the case of Mrugari. What to speak of the independence of Bhakti. Swarat, like Bhagavan is Swarat, Bhakti is Swarat. No terms and conditions laid. Anybody, anytime can just be picked up like that. That's Bhagavan's Shakti, Bhakti. So that is there. But in general, when a person, in general also, Bhakti is Swarat. That's what happened to the whole world. Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Shakti has come. And whoever were doing papa, literally papa, they're pulled into bhakti. They're pulled into bhakti. It's the bhakta, the bhakti present in the bhakta. That's Swaraj. So that is the. So when that is happening, those who are doing punya, just punya, even if the Bhagavata is giving bhakti to all, spreading bhakti to all, then those who are still not attracted to it yet, but they are doing punya, piety. So these people who are doing punya, good work, because they have this inclination to do good work, they will end up doing good work with sadhu also, without their knowledge, directly or indirectly. So that sukruti has come to bhakti unmukhi sukruti now. Means punya is they are just doing something good, so some good can come to them. Bhakti unmukhi sukruti means they're doing sukruti, doing good to everybody, and they just happen to do the same to a bhakta too. In other words, they got in touch with bhakti without their knowledge, without their intention. That is bhakti unmukhi sukruti. It starts there. The process starts with bhakti unmukhi sukruti. They don't even know that they are doing bhakti like that. And then when that fructifies, when it happens so much, then they are attracted to bhaktas, and they will assist the bhaktas. They will assist the bhaktas. They will assist the bhaktas, and they also want to worship Bhagavan. We call them that aspiring devotees, right? They will assist the bhaktas who are determined to give their life for Bhagavan. So in this way, the aspiring devotees, they become more part of bhakti now, because they are intentionally doing bhakti, not just unintentionally, but they're intentionally doing bhakti like that. And when they're intentionally giving their time, life, energy to Bhagavan, that is and Guru Padash, right? And when that gets even more, it could just be generally, it is just Guru Padashra, I mean, it is done. That's just short of Nishtha and Ruchi, that's it. Generally, it is like that. Guru Padashra is you become Nishtha, Ruchi. There is no other actually. Guru Padashra means, because taking the shelter of the lotus feet of Guru as all in all. That's Nishtha. That's Nishtha. That's Nishtha, actually. But if that did not happen yet in the heart, then coming to that process, to that Nishtha taking, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya, Chittita Kuryakya as a Nishtha, to come to that process, whatever unwanted things are there, getting rid of all the unwanted things and coming to that process, we call that as sadhana bhakti. Yeah, abhas bhakti, sadhana bhakti, like that. That is when somebody is intentionally and sincerely doing that we call as sadhana bhakti or abhasa bhakti. But what if somebody has taken initiation, but not having the sincerity and not putting effort in that direction, and continue to be in a violent way to self or others, then that is bhakti aparadha. That is aparadha. So beyond past bhakti aparadha is this bhakti abhasa, like that. So after this bhakti abhasa, this with the sangha, all this is because we are doing bhakti. All this is because of the devotional service. Devotional service means bhajana kriya, means hearing about Krishna, taking the name of Krishna, and having the sangha of the devotees and serving together. This is what devotional service means. It's not just I use this body only to do specific service, inside the temple or outside the temple, just using the body only, body for the seva. It's not just that. Devotional service means bhajana kriya. Bhajana kriya means hearing about Bhagavan, calling out to Bhagavan, being with the bhaktas of Bhagavan, and serving Bhagavan. This is devotional service. That's why Srila Prabhupada says bhakti means devotional service, bhajana kriya. Right? So, like that, the bhajana kriya starts, and from bhakti aparadha to abhasa bhakti, in getting to this nishtha in Guru Charana Ashraya. Then after that, there's greater taste. It's the same bhajana kriya, it's the same bhakti, but there is greater taste now. That is raga. Such raga in the bhakti that it just gets deep into the heart, becomes the smarana, like that. So this is the whole process, starting from the Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti, wahan se yahan tak. So there are many angas of bhakti. We have heard of them. The 5 angas are the topmost potent, and they are included in the Bhajana Kriya, the Panchanga Bhakti, right? So Bhajana Kriya is the Panchanga Bhakti happening every day. We hear Sadhu Sangha is listening to the Sangha of the Sadhus, getting the association of the Sadhus, the Sadhu Vani, and the Nama, and the Katha. Yeah? 3 important. And of course, Vigraharadhana. Madhura Vasa is for those who cannot stay physically in the Dhamma. Staying in the Dhamma, in the heart, through this Bhajana Kriya. And with the Katha, Bhagavata Katha, the Bhagwan Nama, staying in the Vrindavan, in the heart. That is very important. Just these 2 are enough. Bhagavata Katha, and the Nama. There is no difference between Bhagavad Katha and Bhagavad Nama. Bhagavad Katha is like pages in the Bhagavatam. Nama is the whole the Bhagavatam book itself. That's all. Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam is Krishna. And now everything about Krishna, we go through the pages. Like that. So there is no difference between Katha and the Nama. Just that Nama is relished more with Katha. We are in a state where we say Krishna, but still it may be in the air. So when we hear more about Krishna from the Bhagavatam, then we will be able to have some substance in the Nama and get absorption in the Nama. So in this way, there is no difference between Bhagavad Nama and Katha. But Bhagavad Katha brings us closer to the Nama. Nama gives the absorption. Rasa, the whole Rupa Guna Leela are revealed in the Nama, like that. So even for any sampradaya too, even if somebody is doing Vigraharadhana Seva, they have to come to the stage of Smarana, Raga and Smarana. Even if somebody is taking the Nama, they have to come to the stage of Smarana. That's why it's often called Nama Smarana. It is implied. Nama means you go to the stage of Smarana. Why like that? Antakalecha mameva smaran muktva kalevaram. Yak prayati samadbhavam yatina asti atra samshayana. Smarana is that stage where one is with Bhagavan. See, when we are doing Nama, as we heard before, it can be Vachika, then Madhyama, then Pashyanti. So when the Nama is just in the air, nothing it's not even going into the head, into the manas. That's Vachika. It is there in the manas too. That is Madhyama, silent, inside. Silent Bhagavan inside. That is Madhyama. Then Bhagavan seen, Pashyanti. Bhagavan seen in the Nama. So Nama is happening at the level of Pashyanti. So we may not hear anything. We may not see anything. We may not hear anything outside. But Bhagavan is seen. That is Pashyanti. So that is also Nama. So Nirantara Krishna Nama is to get to this state. To get to this state. Any Anga, through Vigraharadhana, even if somebody is doing Vigraharadhana, they have to come to this Smarana level. Any Vaishnava, any Sampradaya, they have to come to this level of Smarana. The Gaudiyas, their Ashraya is Nama to come to the level of Smarana. Nama Ashraya is for Smarana. So Acharya Upasana is for Nama Ashraya. Nama Ashraya is for Nama Smarana. Like that. And this is why this Nirantara Krishna Nama Smarana, to be able to come to that level, Nirantara Smarana, if we do bhakti, a drop of it, a little bit here and there, and if it's still in the air, the Nama is still in the air and the Seva is just in the body while the mind is wandering around. If that kind of bhakti is there, just a drop of it every now and then, how will the heart, which is like a hot desert, the hot desert with cracked land, how will that hot desert with cracked land is soaked in water, and when will the sprouting of the seed that can take place from that cracked land of hot desert? Only when there is not with just drop of water here and there, as we heard in Sankirtan Van. That drop of water, it doesn't even touch the land, because the land is so hot. The drop gets evaporated even if it before it touches the land in the heart. So just one drop here and there is not enough. When it pours down, when the rain pours down, then the land and the ground, the ground gets wet a little bit. It gets wet, and when it pours down for a long period of time, then the ground gets soaked. Good. And now the seed can sprout from that soaked ground, like that. So Nirantara Krishna Nama is that. Is to have those days as much as possible. Actually, the human life is meant for that Nirantara Krishna Nama every day. But our lives have gotten so much complicated that where Nirantara karma ho rahe to maintain these bodies and bodies. But even then, Srila Prabhupada mercy, Gauranga's mercy, we still have a hope. This Nirantara Krishna Nama can still be done. How? Soaking in the mercy of Krishna Katha and Nama. Krishna Nama cannot happen for a very long time without Katha. Katha is Srimati Radharani. Nama is Sri Krishna. So, Nirantara Krishna Nama is there will be Katha about Bhagavan, and then Nama. Chaitanya Charitamrita is what? It is the compilation. It is the Bhagavatam here. Like when Gauranga is present, Krishna is already there, Radharani is already there. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatam is there. Different Puranas are there. All of them are compiled together, put together here in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Nama Samkirtana goes on in this background with this components. Like that, we also have an opportunity for that Nirantara Krishna Nama. And that is the whole prayer, the Saturdays when we are getting together. See, these sadhu sanghas are there. These are wonderful, but they just effort. We go somewhere, secure the accommodation, also of sadhu sangha, and that too
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Ujjwala Mataji. If you are speaking, we can't hear you because you are on mute. Hare Krishna, Ujjwala Mataji. We can't hear you because you are on mute.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for that. So, can you hear me? Is it the connection?
Now we
can you hear me?
you. Yes, we can hear you, Mataji. Now.
I'm surprised I'm not on mute. I'm not on mute. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now.
ऐसा भी होता है क्या? I'm not on mute.
It was showing that you were on mute, Mataji.
Oh, I don't know. ठीक है, मैं thank you. I don't know why. Actually, I was not on mute. For a bit, I was on mute. But when I heard you saying, Mataji, you're on
Again, your voice is breaking, Mataji, again.
ठीक है. Okay. So until where did you hear happened? Some technical thing, but until where did you hear, Mataji?
Sankirtan.
What's happening? I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we heard about
Can you hear me now?
Sankirtan. Yes, we can hear you, Mataji.
Okay,
We
ma'am.
heard
Okay,
about, you were
thank you,
talking
thank you.
about Sadhu Sangha.
Okay,
And then after
okay.
that, we could not hear.
Thank you. Yeah, one final statement. Let's have Sadhu Sangha, Nirantara Krishna Nama Sadhu Sangha every week prayerfully. That's what I was saying. We don't have to, the human life is meant for this. And that's why the prayer is to have these Saturdays, to have this Nirantara Krishna Nama Sadhu Sangha. So that's the prayer. I hope you have heard this all, Mataji. I hope Gaurachandra, Guru Gauranga heard this prayer. That's all, Mataji. That's all from my side.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Thank you very much.
Yes,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
So, Mataji, you were telling about Bhakti Unmukh Sukruti, wherein the person is not doing bhakti intentionally, but unknowingly he might be doing it.
Right.
And then you spoke about people who are doing dry bhakti, wherein it is not still coming from the heart.
Right.
So, is what happens to them? Are they at least the Bhakti Unmukh Sukriti people have done pious activity, but one who is doing things half-heartedly, is that
they're initiated.
even lower?
Yeah, they are initiated, but still haven't taken full shelter yet. That's why the mind goes here and there, but no problem. They're better than Bhakti Unmukha Sukriti. They're intentionally saying, Bhagwan, yes, I want to come to you. We just have to continue in the Sangha, and that will turn to Nishta Bhakti.
Yeah.
Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that answer
Yes.
your question?
Yes, Mataji. That's
Yes.
what my question was. So they are
Yes.
better, but
Yeah.
yeah, there is hope because we are intentionally doing it. We are
Yes.
intentionally trying
But
towards looking towards Krishna.
yes. We just have
Thank
to
you, Mataji.
continue that. That's all. That
Yeah.
is called Anishtita Bhakti. We continue it in the Sangha of the devotees, hearing the Vani of the Acharyas, and it will get to the Nishta Bhakti. Yes.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please
Hare
accept my pranams.
My
Mataji, when you were talking about the people that are kind of collecting Bhakti Unmukhi Sukruti, when they do services, should those services be only towards pure devotees who are, at least in Nishta stage and are like that? Or, even if they are doing something for like the other category that you
Actually,
mentioned.
Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti is not necessarily directly for pure devotees, Mataji. Like in ISKCON. ISKCON is all about Srila Prabhupada. But Srila Prabhupada is not manifest now. But they get in touch with Srila Prabhupada through devotee, any devotee of ISKCON. That's how it gets started.
Got it.
Yeah.
So it does not matter about that even if that devotee is, still dry and like doing dry bhakti, but the other person that does some piety towards this person still gets bhakti unmukhi sukriti.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All this is to say that bhakti is powerful and assuring, and it can spread out through lives and lives. It could just be in one life, it could spread out through lives. Like Bhakti Unmukhi Sukriti somewhere happened after many months or years, then again the devotee association, and then taking initiation in this life. And if they're not serious enough, and it gets continued in the next life, like that. Bhakti is spread out through lives. It can happen in one life. From nothing to Raga Bhakti can happen in one life. It is possible because Bhakti is so potent. Bhagavata is so potent. If the soul is awakened, that is also possible. But it's to say that Bhakti is just spread out through lives, and the soul is assured in this life or next is heading towards Bhagavan. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Okay, Mataji, shall we go further?
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Actually, Mataji, one thing. Can you still hear me?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, one thing. Bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga, bhakti yoga. Bhakti yoga, dhana. Bhakti Krishna nama. Smarana krandana. This is what our prayer is when we meet every Saturday. I wanted to place that there at the lotus feet of Shri Guru and Gauranga. So we know we have that sankalpa when we have sadhu sangha every Saturday. Yes, Mataji, you may please. Now go ahead, please.
Thank you. I've shared the shloka. It's from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Verse 6. Saivai pumsam paro
dharma yato bhaktiradokshje ahaitukhi apratihata yatma suprasidati.
Ma suprasidati. Translation. The supreme occupation, dharma, for all humanity is that by which men can attain to loving devotional service unto the transcendent Lord. Such devotional service must be unmotivated and uninterrupted to completely satisfy the self.
Mataji, thank you, ma. And today is Narsingha Chaturthi. Narsingha Bhagavan ki Jaya, Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jaya. Can we go to this shloka, please? This is Shri Prahlad Maharaja Prahlad Maharaja. Ahaytukim. Swasti astu. Swasti astu. Asya Vishwa. Swasti astu Vishwa. Kalo prasidata. Dhyayantu bhutan shivam mitodiya. Is it possible to bring it on Veda base so we all can recite it together, please? Swasti astu Vishwasya Kalau prasidata.
Yes, Mataji, got
Yeah.
it.
When you are ready.
Canto 5,
Yeah.
Canto 5, chapter 18, verse 9.
Okay. All of us, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, and let's recite the shloka together. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Swasti astu Kalau prasidata Dhyayantu bhutani
भूतानि
shivam
शिवमुतोदिया मनस्य
Manasya
भद्रावजत्रादोक्षजे अवेशितामतिरव्याहैतुकी
Translation. May there be good fortune throughout the universe, and may all envious persons be pacified. May all living entities become calm by practicing bhakti yoga, for by accepting devotional service, they will think of each other's welfare. Therefore, let us all engage in the service of the Supreme Transcendence, Lord Sri Krishna, and always remain absorbed in thought of Him.
Yeah. Sri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. We'll continue Sri Prahlad Urajan on Saturday. Yes, Mataji, now we can call off. Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrit की जय श्रीला कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी की जय श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय श्रीला गुरुदेव की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. Thank you, devotees. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you all.